What's up, everybody? Brendan, aka Drip here, back with another video. I'm doing a video as promised. If we got my Galaxy House deck profile to 10 likes, I would make a combo tutorial along with just a consistency video, show how consistent the deck is, along with talk about a little bit about my choices of cards and why I chose them, and because I know my build is slightly different than a lot of people's, or just the standard Galaxy House Photon deck profiles you see out there. If you haven't seen the deck profile video, I insist you check it out. It's pretty nice. It's a little spicy. Definitely in the side deck. Side deck's pretty spicy. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to power shuffle. I believe if I don't power shuffle, then I'm just going to brick. Seriously, I know I'll probably still brick anyways, but it's just a thing stuck in my head. It's always how it's been. People were always, when I'm at tournaments, people are like, you don't have to power shuffle every time, right? And I'm like, yeah, but it's stuck in my head. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Zach Pauly in the comments. He for asking people to like the video. I appreciate that, man. That's a good looking out on your behalf. Hopefully you're a subscriber and you plan on being here in the long run. But yeah, I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. That was really nice of him to do in the comments. Let's see what we got here. We're going to pretend, every time we pretend, we're going to pretend that our opponents do not have hand traps, but we're also going to try to play around them as much as possible. Starting hand, orbital, it's already good. Clear it. Hate to see it. Right off the bat, it's not that good of a hand, but it's still combo pretty much. What I would do is I would probably start off by discarding the cleric to special summon the soldier. Try to get soldier's effect. And once it resolves, we will go ahead and grab. What should we grab? Let's go ahead and grab Vanisher. Why not? Grab Vanisher. Wait, we can't. We can't grab Vanisher. I apologize. Galaxy card. Duh. Well, we just do it backwards then. We'll grab Galaxy Brave. Now we can attach the orbital to the soldier. Attribute the orbital to go search. Now we can search the Vanisher. Okay. Special the Vanisher. Go get Big Daddy. I'm sorry if it's not in the camera. I apologize. I'll try to work on it. Okay, tilt it up a little bit. There we go. My apologies. Trying a new camera angle with this one, because before it was hard for me to work around my camera, but I'm trying to do a new angle today. So we got the Galaxy House in hand. This is what our hand looks like. We're just refilling our hand. What we can do now, we can do two things. We can link into our link 2, or we can make infinity with just additional negates. I think for this, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go ahead and go to a Soul Flare. Yada. Bay right there. The goat. Soul Flare. We'll go ahead and use Soul Flare to add back the orbital. Next turn we'll use Soul Flare. This is our second Soul Flare to get back to Cleric. That's why it's not that big of an issue to get discard her, because we can just get her back. Go ahead and equip the Orbital to the Soul Flare. We'll reveal the Galaxy-Eyes Photon to Special the Brave. We'll just target the Soldier to make him a 2K. But he's a level 8, that's all that matters. We haven't normal summoned yet, so we'll go ahead and normal summon our Knight. Sadly, we don't have a Galaxy-Eyes Photon in the graveyard, but we can still do it. It just loses 1,000. Now we can overlay here into Lord. And then we have these for a follow-up. We have this for an interruption. We could search something off Lord. And we're sitting pretty nice, honestly. Mainly because of Soul Flare's effect. But let's see if we can get a better hand. Yeah. So you guys tell me what you think of the deck in the comments. Another thing I was wanting to talk about too is my card choice, as in mainly the biggest difference in my card choices than everybody else that runs usually Galaxy Eyes is the Draglubion package. The Draglubion package, the reason why I chose the Draglubion package is because it's degenerate. Not only is it degenerate, I feel like going first, it applies so much pressure. Yes, the standard board where if you have Lord, Soul Flare, and then your boy that makes it where you can't be targeted. Don't kill me because I can't remember his name. Blast, yeah. If we have Blast, it's a really good board. It's still difficult for them to break. It's just I would rather make them sweat, because that board is not going to make them sweat. It's just going to make them have to think harder and work harder to break your board, which is still good. It's just I want to make them sweat, because they're like, man, if I do not get rid of that number 92, along with your other interruptions, you can end with 92, 97, Soul Flare, and like Lord. That's full combo, which is still gross, because you could end up negating something and destroying it with Lord. You can blow up a special summon, and then you have a 3,000 beat stick that can't be targeted, and then you're going to banish everything they play during their end phase. 92 applies so much pressure for any rank 8 deck that can make rank 8s, because if they don't get rid of it, it can't be destroyed by battle. So they would have to destroy it by card effect or some other way. And a lot of things in the meta right now can't do it. Yes, they might be able to bounce it, but that's relying on them to run Unicorn, which for some odd reason, most decks don't run Unicorn outside of decks that run IP Masquerena. That's just what I've seen. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. But another reason too is what a lot of people don't know. Yes, I'm not saying I'm the one that found this out or anything like that, but what I found out without like looking it up is once we get Afterglow, yes, everybody knows Afterglow is going to put this deck on a whole nother level, which it's amazing card as in its own right. But with the Draglubion package, if you detach, let's say you use Afterglow's out already, and you use Afterglow to make Draglubion, you can use the Afterglow, because Afterglow's effect is when this card is detached as material, you can special summon one Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck or hand, or equip it to an XZ monster as material. So you can equip it to your number 92 for an additional material. So let's say you, for some reason, you don't OTK him, but you detach your only material from number 92 and banish their board, you don't OTK them, and then they can somewhat make a board again. Well, if you used Afterglow, you just equipped another material to number 92. So you get a second chance to banish everything, which even if you can't OTK them, if you banish everything they have again, odds are that they might end up just scooping, because you just banish for the most part. A lot of decks, they just throw out their entire deck onto the field and graveyard at one time. And then if you banish it or break their board, that's it. But if you do it 2 times to them, it's a wrap. And for the most part, and at that point, you should honestly be able to OTK. I mean, this is Galaxy Eyes. That's what they do. They make boards that are really solid, and then going second, they just OTK. But Afterglow gives number 92 or any XZ for that matter an additional material. It's so good. Like the thought that I can have a card that applies so much pressure to my opponent to be able to kill it or break it, and I can just keep constantly refilling its materials with Afterglow is nuts. So like, not very many people is using this right now because for some reason a lot of people are not utilizing rank 8s because in my opinion out of XZs, rank 8s are the most generic. But no one's utilizing this card, which means if this card goes untouched and unscathed along with number 97 for the next ban list, then it's going to be super, super awesome to be able to use that with Afterglow. I have yet to see anybody actually like think of that, but I thought of that as soon as Afterglow was announced because I've been playing the Draglubion package, just not in this deck, but if you see my Blue Eyes deck profile, not in any Blue Eyes deck profile from here on out, or anything that utilizes rank 8s, I'm going to be running the Draglubion package guaranteed until they hit it. It's too good not to. It's a free body. It's a free everything. That's why I decided to go. I decided to go with the Draglubion package. Yes, all the other routes are very good too. It's just with my play style, I like to play aggressive when I need to and to play defensively when I need to. I'm not much of a passive player because I want to be in my opponent's face. I want to make a board and be like, break it or I'm just going to kill you. That's how it is. You're going to break my board or I'm going to kill you. And the best part about this deck is I can do that. I can say you're going to break my board or I'm going to kill it or I'm going to kill you next turn. But even if you break my board, the Galaxy Eyes is so consistent that I can just recreate the board or recreate a different board to OTK them along with breaking their board because Galaxy Eyes is so good in that way. And that's what I love. One of the million things I love about this deck. Like I am a super fan of this deck. I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since 2002, off and on. But I have not started playing competitive. I started playing competitive in like 2016, 2017. But no deck I have loved more than Blue Eyes. And there's only two other decks that have come close to Blue Eyes. And that is this deck, Galaxy Eyes. It's insane. Galaxy Eyes and Thunder Dragon. I know a lot of people hate on Thunder Dragon, but not trying to veer off topic here. But come on, Konami. Give us Colossus back to 2. At least 2. I mean, come on now. It's not that catastrophic anymore. Yes, it'd be hard for this deck to play because all this deck does is surge. But we could still get around it. But no. This deck can do so much. And that's why I chose the Draglubion package is because I can play aggressive with the Draglubion package. And then when I want to play defensively, I can run the Galaxy Eyes regular package. And not only that, I have seen several times watching other people's videos that don't run it, but it's not, I'm not saying it's like how the old school Cyber Dragon was, where if you don't have core machine dupe, it's a dud. I'm not saying that by any means, but I'm saying that if they did not have like another extender or sanctuary or another extender, they couldn't really do the combo, aka Soul Flare, Lord, and Blast. They would just end with like a rank 8 and Soul Flare or something, which that can happen with any deck, and that can happen with this deck. I've even seen it happen with this deck. It's just that if like I don't have Sanctuary, as long as I have access to a rank 8, I can get on Soul Flare, Draglubion, and 92 Hard Earth Dragon. And that alone applies pressure because I can still possibly have a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in hand. So I get a special summon pop, I got a monster that can't be targeted, and I'm going to banish your entire field during your end phase. So it's one of those things where if I have Sanctuary, I hide my Draglubion package because no one's going to be expecting it, even if I'm trying to use 100 to OTK the following turn. But I can just end with the regular board. But if it's just, I don't know. That's why I chose that combo. Yes, the Bushinki Link and the the other rank 4 that they got. Don't worry, I got them. I have them with my stuff. When I bought this deck, I legit bought a playset of everything and some, because whenever I'm a super fan of everything, yeah, I buy multiples of everything and some. Working on the ghost rares now. Not only that, I'm working on a couple more ultimate rares for my Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, because 1 or 2 of them kind of look somewhat lightly played. But Hase recently upgraded to the ulti Thrasher too. But no, if you guys would ever like to see my collection binder, I have a trade binder and a collection binder of like my my super fan stuff. Just let me know, and I can make a video on it. But no, that's why I decided to go with the Draglubion package, because it's aggressive. And when I want to play defensively, not passively, but defensively, I'll just go with the Galaxy Eyes package. They kind of work with my playstyle a lot more than the regular package does. But let's see, Sanctuary. See right there, we can choose what we want. Double Sanctuary, that's rough. Okay. All right, see, this is good. Whenever you got these two together, it's nuts, because you're sitting pretty. What I would do, you can do one of two things. Yeah, let's go ahead and go Sanctuary, because we're trying to play around hand traps or try to bait them out. We get 2 tokens. Link them away. And then this is where we try to bait out hand traps. We're not going into Soul Flare. We're going to go into Union Carrier. Union Carrier will go and get us our card that should not be that expensive, but the secondary market of Yu-Gi-Oh! Wants to just jack up everything, which is stupid, which you see me talk about in my deck profile. No reason that this card should be expensive when it doesn't do nothing outside of its own archetype, but that's neither here or there. What we can do now is we'll tribute this off, try to bait a hand trap. They don't have a hand trap, yada, yada, yada. We'll go get Vanisher. Go get Vanisher. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll discard Big Daddy, special summon Soldier, get an effect. And then we'll go get Knight, because we have not normal summoned yet. And that's another thing too, where a lot of people like to run Knight. I like that too. I like to run him at 3. You guys seen I've done 2 test hands. I don't think I've drawn him. I may have. I might have. I can't remember. But if I did draw him, I don't see him enough. Now what we can do is yada yada yada. Special summon Thrasher. Thrasher to go get us another Big Daddy. Now we could special summon Advancer. Yada yada yada. I'll also show a couple combos where we can play around Nibiru too. This is just not playing around Nibiru, but the next combo I'll show you. We can play around it. Yada yada yada. What we'll do now is we will go ahead and normal summon Knight. Special summon Big Daddy from grave. It's such a disgusting combo. So gross. What we can do now is, since we activate Sanctuary, we're locked into lights. That's fine. We have 2 options. We can go into Soul Flare, which is what I think we're going to do. underneath this. That's why it's so important not to summon anything that you can't move from underneath this, so you can still make Soul Flare if necessary. Because it's technically like this right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to take Night and Vanisher to go into Soul Flare. What we do from there is we will get our, let's go ahead and grab our orbital back, because I like getting our orbital for a follow-up. We'll equip the orbital, Soul Flare, and hope and pray you're not playing against Mech Knights, because you just put 3 things in one column. Jeez. And they play blue on you and then go search everything. And then what we'll do now is just overlay. An overlay network. Good old Zexo. Number 90. And that's pretty much our board, our ending board going first. Pretty solid. We have a follow-up with Orbital. We also have a follow-up with Sanctuary. Granted, if we use Sanctuary for the next turn, we won't be able to go into the Draglubion OTK combo. But it is what it is. But what we'll do next is, let's play the second turn out, just so if people doesn't know how to play this. What you do now is you would pass turn. When they're standby phase, you activate Lord's Effect. Go get something you need. You already have the Galaxy Photon in hand, so a nice way to keep us from having to activate Sanctuary for the OTK is we can go and search out another copy of Night, because we can normal summon our Night after, because what we're going to do is we're going to pitch Galaxy Photon Dragon to negate and blow up a special summon. So then we could just normal summon this on the following turn to resurrect that. So a little cool tech. And then now what we'll do is we'll allow them to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that. We'll allow them to negate whatever is necessary. You want to keep the Galaxy Photon Dragon equipped to this, so you can destroy whatever you negate. Now what we'll do is, let's just say they attack. They managed to blow up these two. That's fine. Yada yada yada. We took a little bit of damage. Oh boy. We'll give our deck a cut since we did search it. What we'll do now, say they weren't able to kill us. We'll draw for turn, and that's a gross top deck, honestly. All right, let's say we already pitched this. That's right, we pitched it to blow up their special summon on their turn. Sorry. You don't even really need to do anything really besides normal summon Night and go that way. But if you're wanting to buff up your, because at this point you can combo off as much as you want and make it look like you're going to flex, because you can negate Nibiru with this if you're playing Emancipators or something that mains deck Nibiru. But what you can do here is just normal summon Night, special summon Photon Dragon. Then you can yada yada yada. Let's see. Go into rank 8. We'll go into Draglubion, since we have not activated Sanctuary. Detach the Big Daddy to bring out 62 as material, and then equip Numeron. Right now we have 4 monsters on field. So what we can do now is tribute off Orbital. Tribute off Orbital to go and get ourselves, let's just go get ourselves a wizard, since we have Expedition in hand. At this point, I don't know. Wait a minute. Wait, what should I do? Let's see. That was my fault. Let's back it up here. Just trying to buff up our Big Daddy a little more. Nah, forget it. Let's just go ahead and get Cleric for the follow-up. Because we have a normal summon, just for the extra attack. What we can do now is a normal summon a Cleric. Shuffle back our Knight, our Vanisher. We shuffle back Orbital, Soldier, and Sanctuary. Shuffle back these 5 just to refill our grave. And what's nasty too is you can, if you do Soul Flare again, you can just get get Cleric back to do it again. That's why this deck's so good in the grind game. Now what we do is cut, and we draw 2. Drew Sanctuary and Perm. So if they have an Apollosa or something on field, you can just imperm it. Or you can just set it. So this is our hand. What we can do is we can just go into battle phase if you want. Just end it. End it now. Detach. He will gain 8, 16, he'll be 17,000 attack points. Just punch something in this game. Pretty gross. Other than that, that's that combo. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, in the comment section, let me know what you guys like to play, or what you guys think of the deck, what I think I should change, what you guys run in your decks, or etc., or what all y'all are doing during this quarantine. I apologize again for how long the video is. I knew the video was going to kind of be this long. That's why I decided to make it a separate video. But with that being said, you guys, if you would please like, comment, and subscribe, and for future videos. Still be on the lookout for that Elemento Hero deck profile from Jeremy, the other guy. There's 3 guys on the channel. There's myself, Josh, and Jeremy. Jeremy and Josh are brothers. Jeremy was the guy that was actually holding the video for the Eldritch Zombie deck profile. If you have not seen that, go and check it out in our channel. It should be there. It's a very good deck profile. Josh pretty much worked on it for a long time, even before like Eldritch came out. So he's like the zombie king. But yeah, Jeremy should have the deck profile for the heroes out soon. He's waiting on a couple of side deck cards to come in the mail, because he wants to have it at full power for you guys. It's very, very powerful. Heroes are very powerful and slept on, but it's one of those things where like him and I are glad that our decks are kind of slept on, such as this one and another one. Also, next week sometime, I should have that updated Blue Eyes deck profile for you guys. The one that's, I said in that last build that I would make a deck for Blue Eyes that kind of worked with the new Crystron Hackle Fibrax, but just so you guys know, it's not going to solely use Crystron Hackle Fibrax. It is just going to, it's going to incorporate it in the deck. It's not solely for that, but I will say, I promise you guys, you have not seen a Blue Eyes deck profile like this out there anywhere. It is completely different from everything you'll see on YouTube. I will say that, and I can guarantee that. So if you are not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, turn the notifications on, and so you will be updated when I upload that profile. I am just waiting on 3 cards to come in that are in Eternity Code, and they are coming from overseas, and right now they are stuck in the mail because of the coronavirus and everything. But yes, that profile should be out sometime late this week or early next week, so be on the lookout for that. But with that being said, you guys have a glorious day and stay safe out there, and good dueling.